Hello students, welcome back. Today we will see some properties of definite integration. Till now we have completed exercise 7 till exercise 7.10. Now before starting exercise 7.11 we need to we need to study some properties based on definite integration. Okay, so let's start with some of the properties. So see, the first property is a to b f of x dx is equal to a to b f of t dt. Now see, in indefinite integration, when it is x and when it is t, both are different. But when it is definite integration, finally, we are going to put the upper limit and lower limit. So finally, the values that are going to take place, not x and t. So both will be same. Let's see the example. 0 to pi by 2. Let's take cos x dx. Okay. So this will be equal to integration of cos x is sin x 0 to pi by 2. Okay. And let's put the upper and lower limit. Sin pi by 2 minus sin 0. The value of sin pi by 2 is 1 and sin 0 is 0. This will be equal to 1. Okay. Now let's say if we are taking instead of cos x, cos t 0 to pi by 2 cos t dt. Now it will be similar. Integration will be co-integration of cos is sine 0 to pi by. Now when I'm putting the value instead of t, I will use pi by 2 minus sine 0. That is again 1 minus 0 equal to 1. So see here, whether I am taking cos x dx or cos t dt, both are having the same answer. So either I take fx dx or ft dt. If the lower and upper limit are same, both will have same answer. Clear? So this was about the first property. Okay. Now let's move to the next one. Okay. The next is a to b fx is equal to minus b to a fx dx. Okay, this I had already explained you earlier. Right? Let's see. If I'm changing the upper and lower limit, then I'm putting a minus sign. Okay, let's take a simple example. Let's take 3 to 4 x dx. I have taken the simplest function x dx. Okay, so now this will be equal to 3 to integration of x is x square by 2 3 to 4. So 4 square, first I will put 4, 16 by 2 minus 3, 9 by 2. Clear? This will be equal to 16 minus 9, that is 7 by 2. Clear? Now let's change the limit. Okay, see 4 to 3 x dx. This will be x square by 2, 4 to 3. So this will be first 3 square, 9 by 2 minus 16 by 2. This will be minus 7 by 2. Clear? See, this is 7 by 2, this is minus 7 by 2. So the only difference in the answer is a negative sign. Right? So if I put here minus, it will be minus minus and minus minus plus, both will be same, right? So this is the second property. A to b fx is equal to minus b to a fx dx. Yeah, so remember, when you are changing the lower and upper limit, you have to put a negative sign. Clear? So this was second property. Now let's move to the third one. The third property, a to b fx dx is equal to a to c fx dx plus c to b fx dx. Means if there is any intermediate point between a and b. Okay, let's take this simple function again. I am taking 2 to 4 dx. Clear? So simple, x square by 2, 2 to 4, first I will put 4, 4 square, 16 by 2 minus 2, 2 square, 4 by 2, it will be 12 by 2, it will be equal to 6. Okay, now I can split this like this way, 2 to 3 x dx plus 3 to 4x dx. See, this will be same, you get the same answer. Let's check it. Integration of x square by 2, x square by 2. So this will be 3 square, 9 by 2 minus 2 square, 4 by 2. Here plus 4 square, 16 by 2 minus 3 square, 9 by 2. So minus 9 by 2 plus 9 by 2, 16 by 2 minus 4 by 2. It will be again 12 by 2 and the answer is 6. Clear? Means I had just taken an intermediate point 3 between 2 and 4 and separated it. Okay? Now see, in this type of sum we can do directly only, no need to separate it. But there are some particular questions like, okay, see if there is a question like modulus of x minus 5 from 4 to 6 dx. Okay, now we know that the modulus function, what is your function? Fx is equal to modulus of x minus 5. Clear? So when I will elaborate this function, then fx will be x minus 5 if x is greater than 5, and fx will be minus x minus 5 if x is less than 5, right? If I take x as 10, then this will be 10 minus 5 plus 5, right? So modulus of plus 5 is plus 5. But if I take x is equal to 3, right? Then 3 minus 5 will equal to minus 2. And modulus of minus 2 will be plus 2. So minus of minus will be equal to plus. So this function takes two different values. Okay? Or this function is split into two different functions for two different intervals. One is greater than 5 and one is less than 5. So when I start from 4, it's 4 to 6. Right? So from 4 to 5, okay, x is less than 5, so I have to use this function. And from 5 to 6, x is greater than 5, so I have to use this function. So what I will do, I will split this function, 4 to 5 minus x minus 5 dx. Okay, I can also write down this as 5 minus x minus minus plus x. So 5 minus x dx plus 5 to 6 x minus 5 dx. Okay, clear? So I have split these functions. So this will be equal to 5x minus x square by 2, 4 to 5 plus x square minus 5x, 5 to 6. Clear? Now just put down the value. 5 into 5, 25 minus 5 square, 25 by 2. Minus 4 5s are 20 minus 4 square, 16 by 2 plus 6 square, 36 minus 6 5s are 30, sorry, it will be x square by 2. So 36 by 2 minus 30 minus 5 square, 25 by 2 minus 5 5s are 25. Clear? So it's 25 minus minus 25, 50. Clear? Minus 25 by 2, minus 25 by 2, it will get cancelled. Clear? 20, minus 20, minus 30, minus 50, okay, minus 16 by 2, plus 36 by 2, okay, so this will be equal to 52 by 2, okay, so calculation you can do it later on, right, but the important thing is this one, okay, so you have to split this modulus function into this way and then it's easy, you can solve it, right? See, you cannot take directly x minus 5 from 4 to 6. You have to split this into two functions. So first, now how to solve this, what we have to do, if this modulus function is given, take x minus 5 equal to 0, so x is equal to 5. So now take two intervals, before 5 and after 5. Clear? Sometimes it will be not like this symbol, the function is like this way, 2x minus 3, modulus of 2x minus 3. So what you have to take this as 0. 2x minus 3 equal to 0. That implies 2x is equal to 3. That implies x equal to 3 by 2. So now you can split it into two intervals. One less than 3 by 2 and one greater than 3 by 2. Clear? So you have to split this in this way. Clear? So this was about property number third. Now let's move to the next one. Fourth one, a to b fx dx is equal to a to b f of a plus b minus x dx. Okay, there is also one another property like 0 to a f of x is equal to f of integration of f of a minus x dx. Okay, one is this from a to b, sorry, a to b, a plus b minus x, 0 to a. But I consider both of them are same. Here I will take 0 plus a minus x. So it will be same. So we can consider this as a same property only. Okay. So see now, f of x a to b is equal to f of a plus b minus x. Now see what type of sum can be asked here. I am taking an example like 0 to pi by 2 sin x upon sin x plus cos x dx. So if this type of sum is given, let's take any power, uh, sin cube x upon sin cube x plus cos cube x. Okay, so let's take this as I. Okay, so now what is the property a plus b minus x? So instead of x, I will use 0 plus pi by 2 minus x. So I can also write, let's name it as 1, 0 to pi by 2 sin cube pi by 2 minus x upon sin cube pi by 2 minus x plus cos cube pi by 2 minus x dx. Now we know that sin pi by 2 minus x is equal to cos x and cos pi by 2 minus x equal to sin x. And as it is in first quadrant, it will be always positive. So this will be 0 to pi by 2. This will be cos cube x upon sin cube x plus cos cube x dx. Okay, this also equal to I, name it as 2. Now see, this is 1, this is 2. When I will add it, I plus I, 2I. 0 to pi by 2. Okay, so both are having same limit. So I can directly add these both function. Sin cube x upon sin cube x plus cos cube x upon sin cube x plus cos cube x. So both are having same denominator. So it will be sin cube x plus cos cube x and numerator sin cube x plus cos cube x. Okay, dx. But remember, I can add these both only both are having same lower and upper limit. See 0 pi by 2, 0 pi by 2. Clear? So now this is equal to 1. 2I is equal to 0 to pi by 2 1 dx. So this integration is x. So this is equal to pi by 2. So what will be I? 2I equal to pi by 2. I is equal to pi by 4. Clear? So this type of sum can be asked like square root of sin x upon this, square root of sin x plus cos x, or any other power is given. Okay, so at that time we'll be using 0 plus pi by 2 minus x. Clear? Okay, so just go through this type once. Okay, now let's move to the next property. It's 0 to 2a f of x dx equal to 0 to a f x dx plus 0 to a f of 2a minus x dx. So now here it is 0 to a, and again it is 0 to a, but next time it's 2a minus x. Instead of f of x, I am taking f of 2a minus x. Let me take an example. 0 to 2 x squared dx. Let's say 0 to 2 x squared dx. So what is here fx? X square, right? What is here a? A is 1. See, so 2a means here 2a is equal to 2. That implies a is equal to 1. Clear? What is the f of a minus x? 2a minus x. Instead of x, I will write down what is 2 into a? 2a is 2 minus x whole square. So this will be 4 minus 4x plus x square. Clear? F of 2a minus x means a is 1, 2 into 1, 2 minus x, right? Fx is x square, f of 2a is 2a minus x square. But a is 1. I am just changing it, f of 2a minus x equal to f of 2 minus x. So when x is x square, fx is x square, so f of 2 minus x is 2 minus x whole square. So this is f of 2a minus x. Okay, so first let's solve it directly. Okay, what will be this? X cube by 3, 0 to 2. So put the value of upper limit, 2 cube, 8 by 3 minus 0. So this is equal to 8 by 3. Clear? Now if I want to solve it using this property, okay, then this will be equal to 0 to a. A is 1. F of x means x square dx plus 0 to a, again 0 to 1. F of 2a minus x. What is f of 2a minus x? This. Clear? So let's solve it. This will be x cube by 3. Integration of 4 is 4x. 4x square by 2. X cube by 3, 0 to 1. Now let's put the value 1 cube by 3, 1 by 3. First putting the value of 4, 2 ones are 2 twos are. So 2 into 1 square, 2 plus 1 by 3 minus 0, 0, 0, it's 0. So 1 by 3, 4 minus 2, 2 plus 1 by 3. LCM is 3, 1 plus 3 to the 6 plus 1. Again, it's 8 by 3. Clear? Okay. So not in this type of sum, but the other type of sum we will be using this formula. Remember 0 to 2a fx dx equal to 0 to a fx dx plus 0 to a f of 2a minus x dx. Clear? So just once go through this type of formula which I used. Okay. Now let's move to the next property. Now this is very important property, okay? We are going to use frequently this property in exercise 7.11, 6th and 7th both. Okay, now first is 0 to 2a f of x dx is equal to 2 times 0 to a f x dx. If f of 2a minus x is equal to fx. Clear? And if f of 2a minus x is equal to minus fx, then we will directly write down 0. Okay? So I will take two examples. One example f of 2a minus x is equal to fx. In another f of 2a minus x is equal to minus fx. So let's take one example 0 to pi sin x dx. Clear? So first let's solve it directly. So what will be its integration? Integration of sin x is minus cos x 0 to pi. Clear? So let's take minus outside. Putting cos pi minus 1 minus cos 0 1. So it's minus of minus 2 plus 2. Clear? So now see here. Taking this pi equal to 2a. Okay, I am taking pi is equal to 2a. So f of x here is sin x. Clear? Now what is f of 2a minus x? And what is 2a? Pi. And what does this implies? A is equal to pi by 2, right? So this will be sine 2a means pi minus x, sine pi minus x. Okay, sine pi minus second quadrant, pi shift, so it will be sine only, sine x. This is equal to fx, right? F of 2a minus x is equal to fx. So if we use this property, we will directly use this property. This will be equal to 2 times 0 to a. What is a? Pi by 2 sin x dx. So see here, 2 times integration of this is minus cos x. So minus I am taking outside cos pi by 2 0 minus cos 0 1. So minus 2 into minus 1, answer is 2. Clear? So when f of 2a minus x is equal to f of x, then we will use 0 to a 2 times integration of fx dx. Remember what f of 2a minus x must be equal to f of x. Clear? So first just go through this example which I have taken, then we will take one example related to this property. So just go through this. Okay, now let's take the example of integration of 0 to pi cos x. Integration of cos x is sin x. So what is sin pi? 0. Sin 0, 0. Answer is 0. Clear? Okay. Now using this formula directly, see 2a is equal to pi. Clear? f of x cos x. F of 2a minus x means f of pi minus x cos of pi minus x, cos pi minus x, second quadrant, minus, and pi shift should be cos. So minus cos x. So can I write down this as minus fx? Yes. So see f of 2a minus x is equal to minus fx. So I can directly write down I is equal to 0. Right? No need to solve this sum. When f of 2a minus x is equal to minus fx and the limit is from 0 to 2a, then your answer will be directly 0. Clear? Just go through this example. Okay, let's move to the next one. Okay. The last property, minus a to a f of x dx is equal to 2 times 0 to a f of x dx if f is an even function, and it's 0 if f is an odd function. So first let me explain you what is even function and what is odd function. Right? If f of x is minus x is equal to f of x, then that is called even function. Example, if fx is equal to x square, what will be f of minus x? Minus x whole square is equal to x square. Means fx and f of minus x both are same. Then x square, that function is called as even function. Clear? Now odd function. If f of minus x is equal to minus f of x, then it is called an odd function. Okay, now let's take example, f of x is equal to x cube. Clear? So what will be f of minus x? Minus x whole cube. So this will be minus of x cube. So instead of minus x cube, I can write it down minus f of x. So see here, f of minus x is equal to minus f of x, right? So these type of functions are called as an odd function. Okay, this is a function which is called as an odd function. Clear? Now let's try to integrate using this odd and even function. First, let's take the example of even function. So we'll use the same function x square. Means integration of minus 2 to 2 x square dx. Right? Now we know that f of x equal to x square. F of minus x is equal to also x square. So f of x is equal to f of minus x. So that implies I will be equal to 2 times 0 to 2. See, it's minus a to a, it is 0 to a. So it will be 2 times 0 to 2 because it is even function, right? So 0 to 2 x square dx. Clear? So what is integration of x square? X cube by 3, 0 to 2, 2 times 2 cube, 8 by 3 minus 0. So this will be 16 by 3. So whenever there is even function, directly from minus a to a, we'll put 0 to a. Clear? But if it is odd function, we can directly write down 0. Okay, so let's take an example of odd function. Okay, now first go through this example. Okay, now let's take an example of odd function. We have taken x cube minus 2 to 2. Now here how we have to write it down? F of x is equal to x cube and f of minus x is equal to minus x cube equal to minus x. So f of x is equal to minus x is equal to minus f of x, that implies odd function. Now where's the upper and lower limit are same, but only one is minus and one is plus. So minus a to a fx dx, where fx is odd function. So answer will be equal to 0. Clear? Okay. Now the reason why it is equal to 0. So it is from minus 2 to plus 2. I can split it into two parts. From minus 2 to 0 and from 0 to 2. So from minus 2 to 0, this will have a negative value. And from 0 to 2, it will have the same amount of positive value. So integrating from minus 2 to 0, will be same as from 0 to 2, but one will be negative, one will be positive. So final answer will be equal to 0. But whenever there is an even function, at that time minus 2 to 0, it will have positive, and 0 to 2 again positive, and the same value, so it will be double. Okay, we will learn this in detail in application of integrals. Okay, when we will solve the numericals related to area under curve. Okay, so this was about the seventh one. Okay, just go through this. Okay, so these were the properties of definite integrals. These are the seven different properties of definite integral that we will be using in exercise 7.11. Okay, so just note down all the properties. Okay, so that's it for today. In our next video, we will start with exercise 7.11. Thank you.